Hi there, everyone. This is Ben Lott. Welcome to the Blot Spot. Good to have you here. It's a new season, and we'll be playing some new cards in Marvel Snap. Also, drops are live. If you don't have your Twitch account linked to your Snap account, make sure you do that so that you get some free rewards. We're going to jump straight into playing the new Season Pass and Super Premium Season Pass cards. And I've been seeing a fair amount of strife already when I was testing out Wolverine earlier. So I think I want to test out Techno-Organic Virus first. I think that's the more interesting card for me. Strife, I can kind of see what people are going to do with it. Seems predictable. Techno-Organic Virus feels more interesting. So the design of this deck is pretty simple. Basically, the way it's going to work is um, mostly I'm going to put down activate cards and then activate them just before hitting them with the techno-organic virus. So then because once activated, they become useless. So I thought it'd be kind of a fun, different way of using the techno-organic virus. And then I also have Mobius and Mobius in the deck because he can keep the techno-organic virus one cost every time it keeps regenerating in my hand, because typically, as you can see, what happens is it comes back with a +2 to its cost each time. So it's going to get progressively harder to play unless we have Mobius on the board, in which case it does not become harder to play. It's just as easy to play. So going to play around with this a little, see if this one works, and then I have another version that we will jump to test out this card that is basically just a Sauron deck with lots of big guys in it that I can then hit with the techno-organic virus so that they become even bigger guys. So that's what I'm looking at doing. I did not change my deck. We're going to try the activates first just because I think it's a more unique build, less like what other people will probably play with the card. So we'll give it a whirl. Well, we got some activate cards right away, but none that we can play on turn one. I think we go Lizard. And then we go Super Adaptoid to steal that chamber before they activate it. And then we go Techno-Organic Virus Mobius. That's fine, they can have Isco over there, I don't care. I think what we do is we drop down
Opponent snapped.
Spider-Ham and Omega Sentinel. We hit whatever big card they're going to play with Omega Sentinel. We play Awesome Andy, Techno-Organic Virus. And just for fun, we also drop down Cobra over there. Not enough. not gonna be enough. Yeah, not being able to play into Luke's bar was rough because they had a singular focus. All they had to do was pull. And of course, they hit the biggest card in their hand with Infinite, which is annoying.
Frame break.
Spider Ham. Axel. Is Axel a bot? Not necessarily. Screwed up the art. They screwed up. They said they fixed the Spider Ham with this latest patch. They actually messed it up.
Snap.
I'm thinking that Axel's a bot, so I'm snapping now. Just because they piled everything into one lane, which is not what you do with the move deck. Yeah. Axel's a bot.
Opponent snapped.
Okay. So we do this. And we do, well, I don't want him to retreat is the thing. It's a bot. So we're gonna go, you know what? We're not gonna move that shield over. Let's get the techno, just so we've played more than one techno-organic virus, we're gonna get the second one down. We're gonna get the first one down, I should say. So instead we go like that, that, and we do that. Still pretty sure we win.
I see the way.
Okay, well, crushing it against bots again, just like we did in the 70s. Enemy's master of tasks. And playing some kind of buff deck, probably a Sholau deck. Should I get greedy and add Prodigy to this deck too? I could. That's like the height of greed, usually. No idea what that card was. Mobius definitely helps against Zombie Galactic deck. I'm gonna assume they're not gonna play a Maverick. I'll hold him in case they do. It's not like I can't play 2 cards on a future turn. So the problem with Techno-Organic Virus is clearly if you don't draw it early, it's kind of a piling up a lot of stuff without doing anything. We got priorities, so Cobra won't do anything. The Omega Sentinels aren't really doing anything. Yeah, I mean, the Omega Sentinels do something, but they're just going to change into whatever the Zombie Galactic is. If we didn't have priority, but we weren't able to throw priority. Okay, so far, this deck is not good. It was worth a try. Playing against Velocicopter. It's really annoying that they broke Spider-Ham's animation again. Thought, huh? Oh, come on, man! Yeah, we'll wait on the other part. Snap, just because we're giving them no cards. Always sucks when you get no cards out of Mindscape. Well, thank you. So all they get is a rock and whatever they draw, and we get good stuff. I mean, Zombie Galacti will be, or Zombie Giant Man will be 6, right? Oh no, he's a pig. He'll be nothing.
Victory.
Alright, let's ride that yo-yo up and down and up and down. I got a lot of decks to try out tonight, so we may not give it full, like, 10 games like I normally do per deck. At least 10 games per deck. Right now we're 2-2 with this deck, and one of those is heavily dependent on the fact that it was a bot. No idea. Mobius over there. That's more like it. Whoops. I think Kirby might be a better pick than Awesome Andy for this deck, now that I think of it, just because Kirby you can utilize for some of his other abilities, even when you don't. You know, Awesome Andy, you have to have things in other lanes. I mean, we snap, right? We grab it now? I want to surprise him with it. I don't want him seeing it coming. Boy, I'll tell you, Mobius is almost a necessity in this deck. Almost a necessity. Steal that. Do that. Do that. Hang on. Order. It won't matter. Maybe I should do it over there. Hang on. It's going to be +3 for each card. So that would be... I would be adding 9 more to this lane. 9, 10, 11. I think that might be enough. That's why I should have stole it last turn, because I could have created a Super Adaptoid clone. Oh, hi. Super Adaptoid, baby. Got more cubes out of it, possibly, because they might have retreated if I had done Super Adaptoid on 5. My Super Adaptoid's kind of clutch right now. It's not a bad card in this particular meta. You can kill Chambers, you can kill, as we saw in the first one, we can kill Scarlet Spiders, Mavericks. I forgot to swap out. I was going to consider swapping out Awesome Andy. Isn't Herbie a 2 as well? Or is Herbie a 3? If he's a 3, he's not worth it. Oh, shoot. Dang it. I should put Maverick on Nidavellir. Doggone it. What are you doing, Sunda? Galactus is what you're doing. I mean, we just... Not trying the Galactus. And for Galactus next turn. Do Jocasta for one round of these powers.
Such is my judgment.
Guess we need to go tall in 2 lanes just because Really? They didn't on that, huh?
Victory.
Interesting. Interesting choice.
Opponent snapped.
There's still a chance that Omega Sentinel messes with their plans. Um, sure, I lose, right? This feels like a loss. Oh well. Wasn't even close. Should have retreated for 2. I don't know why I didn't. Kind of being dumb. Or bullheaded. Refusing to get out. I don't know. gold cosmic border to add to the collection. Yeah, I'm not feeling this deck. You know what? It's time to switch. I guess I didn't get out in time to avoid this one, but so we'll play Fancy Flamingo and then we will switch out for a different deck. This deck is not feeling great, and I'm starting to feel like Techno Organic Virus may be the worst card of the three that came out today. I'm getting that vibe. I could be wrong, but it does not feel like a card that... It feels like it requires too much to get a decent payoff. Get the early Mobius out so that their Zabus no longer have any effect. Mega Sentinel down. Joe Costa and Awesome Andy down. This is one situation where we can do an early Omega Sentinel. Steel Costa will still activate her again.
Wakanda forever!
That's fine. I don't care which one it hits.
Victory!
Omega Sentinel, best animation in the game, and also really devastating effect. Alright, well that was kind of fun, but that particular game was fun because we didn't draw Techno-Organic Virus. So we're going to try this version with a typical Sauron deck. See if it works. If this feels clunky, then either I just don't know a good build for this particular card, like I didn't figure out the right build, or it's not that great a card, because at least I was getting the payoff relatively easily and well with Wolverine. Even though Wolverine feels a little clunky at 4 cost, at least I was getting his buff regularly. I think we put it there because we want Techno-Organic Virus to hit as many of these cards we had in hand as possible. Starbrand. Could use Ebony Maw or something a little cheaper, so I can start playing Techno-Organic Viruses. Of course not.
Opponent snapped!
We were after Sauron. I thought I had Typhoid in the starting hand. See, and this is the problem with it. Not only is it you need to play it multiple times for it to really have a good payoff, but it becomes harder to play. Hey, we beat Sholau deck. We outpaced Sholau deck. Look at that. I did not expect that we were going to win that one. Why do I have Infinite in this deck? I'm trying to figure that out. How am I going to get Infinite on the board? Why in the world did I put Infinite in this deck? I can't even figure it out. Like, it's the most boneheaded build I've ever done. I think I meant to take out a different card. No, that's got to be fixed. I don't feel like Techno-Organic Virus needs to lose the +2 to its cost, or just make it +1 to its cost. +2 is just... it's tough. Apparently they didn't draw anything good. Or Iron Patriot didn't give them anything worth fighting for.
Victory.
Or it did, and they just thought we weren't going to play there for some reason? Okay, before we continue with this deck, even though we've won the first 2 games, there is no world in which I'm getting Infinite to the board. I don't understand why I put Infinite in this deck. Sauron doesn't remove his ability. Yeah, there's no way. Alright, we need to go power. We're gonna go big boys. Gigantos won't go away with the Sauron or a 0. I guess Scar, right? Scar's the one we should have in the deck. And playing against Superman. Can't tell if Superman's a bot or not. Nova kind of implies that Superman might be a bot. I don't know. Do we take the chance? We'll take the chance. We're snapping. This feels bot-like to me. Can't play Crossbones. Not winning a lane. I think we're gonna have to do our work over there in Stark Tower.
Opponent snapped.
I want the throne.
All systems go.
Oh! Still think it was a bot, but whoa. Couldn't get much closer than that.
Victory.
Alright, well this one while I don't think Techno-Organic Virus is making this deck much better, it deals with the cards. Like if you draw Sauron early, that deals with the cards in the deck, but you've still got the problem of the cards in your hand. And typically you got to rely on Enchantress to take care of that stuff. But with Techno-Organic Virus, you can conceivably do it a lot easier. I'm so glad they added an animation to Sauron. This is a legit player. Playing, I think, a Dormammu deck. I didn't see the animation before we started, but I sometimes don't pay that close attention to those things. Zero's fine because we're going to play Zero into Cull Obsidian, so... Okay, so it's not a Dormammu deck. That's fine, I don't care about that. We're gonna have a tough time winning Onslaught Citadel if they draw Null, though. And I'm always a little nervous about Destroy decks that have Moira X. That early hit on Moira X means there's a strong chance that they could get multiple deaths, which I don't like that. And right now they would have multiple free deaths, which is definitely not good for us. I think we go Red Skull. And then we can go Scar in the middle and Typhoid Mary on the left. So we can really stack the left. And Scar can hopefully become like a Fin Fang Foom or something like that. Hopefully it doesn't just become like a Airsham or something crappy. I mean, there are only like 4 7 costs? 3 7 costs? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is bad. This is really bad. They now have another death. They now have another death in hand. Take our best shot. Come on. No! Mirror Sim! Come on, man! Let's see, if it had become, let's say it had become Fin Fang Foom. It would have been a 19 to 9. We still would have lost. Still would have lost the tiebreaker. So it wasn't the best idea to stay in, but hey. We came close against a deck that got 3 deaths for free. Alright. Couple more games with this, and I think I need to switch to Strife. Because I need to give both cards a chance. Techno-organic virus, definitely. I am liking it a lot less than, and I'll probably be in the minority on that, but I am liking it a lot less than Wolverine. The hour or so I played of Wolverine definitely felt way better. Playing against Light Daniels. That's it.
Victory.
I don't understand what that was about. Don't know why they retreated there. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Any retreat is a good retreat. I'm not gonna discard cards. Oh well. There's always chance locations will discard cards. Alright, one more game, and then I'm gonna try. I have 3 different decks I built for Strife. Only one of them that I'm like really excited about. Oh boy. Nexus with a Man Spider. That's terrible for us.
Wakanda forever. Victory.
Alright. They didn't draw well. Okay, so this deck is functional. Techno-organic virus is at least a playable card in it. It's not great, but I think it works. So we're gonna try out Strife a little, because I want to get to all 3 of these decks potentially. First one I have is a Star-Lord deck. It felt like the most obvious thing to do with Strife, and that is, you know, you get him on the board, and then you get him to copy a Fin Fang Foom or a Zola. And if you don't get him, you got Star-Lord as your backup, so you can still do the Fin Fang Foom Zola situation. This is the most predictable thing, the thing that I think lots of people will try just because Zola or Fin Fang Foom seem like the obvious hits for Strife, the things you want him doing. I've already got Fin Fang Foom in hand, so if I can get Strife to activate, we're golden. Here we go. Might as well snap. Sorry guys, this is not even slightly exciting, but it's the obvious play. There go the obvious play.
Victory. Frame break.
I don't know how many games I can tolerate of this, just because this is obviously going to be the best deck to play with this card. I mean, it's just patently obvious in my opinion. But it's just not a fun deck. If I have 4 power next turn, that way I can Juggernaut and keep them from putting another card in there. And I end up with more Hulks than they do. Play the new card. Play the new card.
Snap.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
Doom rules all.
Yeah, was a bad choice. Hey, if I'd won in the one, if I had won the 1 in 3, that would have been a victory. Or if I had played strife and left, so that I guaranteed the successful, that would have been the smart play. That was my fault. Mr. Frog is trying. I'm betting a techno-organic virus deck, similar to what we just played.
Doom rules all. Oh, snap. Doom rules all.
We do that. We do that, and we win. Easy peasy. I'm gonna check on my phone real quick on the status of my drops. Oh wow. Hey, look at that. As expected, we won. I think there's no question that this deck is good. I think there's genuinely no question that this deck is going to work. So I may only play a few more games with it just because it is by far the least interesting. Angel. Get strike down early. Yeah, we'll get strike down early. Why not? So far, I've only played one unrevealed card, so Strife is not going to activate yet. But I can now freely play as many as I want because you know I have Fin Fang Foom in hand. Two unrevealed cards. I don't really want Zola out for the wave. Let's do Legion. Ruin their plan now. I think surprising them with Legion last turn is the way to go. We'll do Black Panther for now. That gets Strife activated.
Wakanda forever!
We are the future.
That's fine. Oh, but all our... Yeah, still copied Fin Fang Foom. So that worked in our favor. We just do that. They probably don't see it coming. Is this a bot? I didn't even think about that. I don't know. We'll find out.
Power must be controlled.
I don't think it's a bot.
Victory!
Okay, Agent Smith. I've tried out all three. I'm just starting with Strife. Strife is the best of the three, like definitely going to be the most powerful. I had some fun with Wolverine, so it might be my favorite, just because I had fun with it and I like buff decks and stuff like that. But I do have a sneaking suspicion that Techno-Organic Virus is the worst. I genuinely think Techno-Organic Virus is like by far the worst. I just think the +2 cost is really clunky. I want to like it, but like I was playing it in a like a Sauron kind of deck and whatever, and you'd get him down and you'd get a few cards on the board, and then you'd have the one cost, and boom, that whole side clean. But now you've got a 3 cost in your hand, and it's really annoying to find a turn where you want to spend 3 just to add 3 more power to that lane and maybe some power to another lane. And yeah, I did. The first deck I did was Mobius and Mobius, and that helped for sure. And I thought, you know, you can change Mobius on the last turn into one of those infected cards, but I don't know. I was never finding that it was generating the kind of power that I would want out of something like that, because you're not playing it on 1, and you're probably not playing it on 2. At best, you're playing it on 3, and then you're not getting down Mobius. So if you're going to get down Mobius, you're not even starting to play Techno-Organic Viruses until 4. Which means you've only got 3 turns to get him out there. genuinely think they could take off, they could completely remove the +2 cost text, and it would still be an okay card, not a busted card. Do they play another card in Machine World? Can I get out of this without losing any cubes as a tie? They're going to play a card in Machine World, right? Dang it! I took a shot. I lose 4. Doggone it. I took a shot. I took a shot. It was probably dumb. But my whole gameplay on that one wasn't the smartest. This is the most predictable Strife deck, I think. The one that the kind of deck I expect many people to be playing. Probably a Man Spider deck.
Wakanda forever!
Use a big card. See what happens.
Wakanda forever!
Blob, huh? Play Zola mid. The only way they don't win is with Penny Parker.
Victory!
Or they didn't get Zola. Juggernaut. The unexpected Juggernaut. I wasn't even looking at Juggernaut as a possibility to come out on that blink situation. And we're up against Titanium Frog. I'm going to try out the other decks that I built with Strife, hoping that they'll be a little more fun. Untap has art that they didn't end up using for Strife as a base card. I might like that art better than the art they used. Let's float. Just in case we get Star-Lord, which we did. So now we do the Psylocke into Star-Lord situation. Oh, wrong lane. We do the Psylocke into Star-Lord situation from... we'll do it from Orcus Forge. I know it creates... it fills up our hand, but... I think we snap here. Does anybody know on the skill, if they get hit with negative, do they go to 0 power, or is there, since they don't have a power to flip, nothing happens to them? I've genuinely not played negative with the skills in deck, so I'm not sure how that works exactly. This is the most boring, but best thing to do.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place. Hail Hydra!
All systems go.
What in the world are they doing? I mean, good grief. Go Legion, Link, that gets us Fin Fang Foom. Play down. I mean, they're gonna retreat, but play down that and that. Yeah. They didn't retreat?
All hail Hydra!
Oh, cool.
Cut
Luna
off
Snow
one
won
head,
us the
2
game.
more shall take its place.
And they got the right order on that. Zola, they would have won.
Victory.
If not for Luna Snow's Ice Cube getting in the way. That's a fun variant. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I like the variant. I've not seen that Fin Fang Foom variant yet. Maybe that came off as a little condescending. I didn't mean it that way. I genuinely... Anytime I do a react on someone's card, it's because I do the starry-eyed. It's because I like it. Oh, I need to switch decks. I need to get some reps in on some of these other decks. This deck is clearly great. It's gonna win games. It's probably what I need to use in order to climb to infinite. It's just Strife is just one more way to get activation on Fin Fang Foom or Zola, which are genuinely the best things to do. And couple of the best things to do in the game right now. Maybe not the best things, but I'm so sorry. Like, genuinely, they're having a great game right now. Their discard is just popping off, but I'm doing this. Means I get to do this. Alright. Well, while they're contemplating what I'm about to do, I'm going to cash in my second drops. I already got the boosters, which were for speed, which is actually a card I really wanted boosters for, so I was excited about that. Alright. And then we can do... Oh, well, that doesn't work well. I'm trying to figure out the best path here. Strife's gonna copy. I guess we do the Black Panther thing. We drop Chimichanga on there. Strife will copy Fin Fang Foom. And then, one way or another, we can Zola on the last turn.
I am reborn. Wakanda forever!
You think they're also running a Hela? They're not also running a Hela, are they? They retreated.
Victory!
Didn't matter. Okay. This deck's really strong. This deck's gonna win lots of games. It's the way to go if you're gonna play Strife. Okay. I put a yawn because I wasn't that excited by it. Before we go to my fun deck, Strife with Possibilities, I want to go to a friend of the show, DeCarlo's deck, his favorite deck that he loves to play with Dakin. I thought Strife was just a great addition to this deck because Strife is just, it's almost like an alternative astral projection in order to activate that Zola. So what you could do is have Strife down on the board, make Dakin the third on reveal card you play onto his lane, and then Strife just activates. So I thought I'd try a couple rounds and see if it works, and then I can tell DeCarlo if it does. Sign is our opponent. Okay, we cleaning that out. Don't need any of that nonsense. That's great for us. Their hair. A little magic.
Great power comes.
Fine. That doesn't bother me one bit. They can build up their Dormammu, but it will never be as big as these Dawkins get. Hmm. We really need Bullseye on the board. That's the problem. There we go. We can put Bullseye down. And then we can put Dakin down. We better snap. Because they're gonna know exactly what we're doing as soon as we put Dakin down. Or we could wait. Do you think there's... Oh, they could have a Lady Deathstrike. Okay. Apparently they were scared enough that they ran just because we snapped. I don't know if they recognize the pattern. Maybe they've played against DeCarlo. Queasy? Queasy? Yeah. Okay, so Firehair's not going to do diddly squat. We're going to have a real hard time because at most, like at the absolute most, we are going to get one single blade in our hand, which is problematic to say the least. nowhere and a Cosmo is bad news for us. So I should just retreat right away, but I'll play it out a couple more turns and see how far we get. Alright, well that was fun. That was a cursed game. That was absolutely cursed. Nowhere and Cosmo. Take my 2 cubes. Seven games. Jeez. Why would they play a skill after Nico?
I want the throne. Victory.
Okay. I mean, we didn't even get anywhere close to what we wanted, but just by ruining what they were trying to do, we got ourselves a free cube, so I'll take it. Cruising, cruising, cruising. Zero with an X. Okay. They're gonna pull off a Galactus for sure now. Jeez. Alright. I don't know how DeCarlo tolerates this deck. It feels so hard to get this combo off. I feel like I haven't even gotten close once. And it seems like he gets it almost there every time I play him. But hey, that's why I called it the Strife of DeCarlo. I've got enough pieces to make the combo work already. You do Bullseye first. Luke Cage would be real helpful right about now.
Opponent snapped. That is extraordinarily frustrating. All I had to do was play Magic on the left. That would have left me both of the other two lanes open. Now I gotta play a 50-50? I don't like those odds. I want the throne.
Wait. Of course not. Now we can't do that because the astral projection will activate now before the strife. Gotta win the 50-50. Even that might not be enough. Oh, it doesn't work because he pulls the ability after. Didn't think about it. End of turn, so you can't bullseye after him. Okay, so the combo doesn't work. So it was a terrible idea. Didn't even think about that. He's got to hit before the turn before you activate bull. Okay. It was a terrible idea. Leave the deck to the experts. This is why it's DeCarlo's deck and not mine. All right. This is the final one. This is a twist on exactly what I was playing the other day with Ramatut, the Ramalot cheaper deck. Because Strife is a 4 cost, I thought, well, let's just play him in this massive deck full of 4s with Zabu to make them cheaper, and Joaquin Torres double up that, making them cheaper. And if we don't draw them, we don't draw them, but it's going to be fun. And all these hits are interesting. I don't know. It's insanity. I don't know if it's a good idea at all, but I'm looking for craziness. And that's the way I like to close out a stream is let's do something fun. Okay. I think we wait. Okay. That's okay. That's the hit we wanted. He's gonna hit something. Okay. So we do Joaquin Torres into Zabu. Oh my goodness, and then they play Mobius. And we retreat now. Well, do we retreat? Or do we just play for the fun of it? You never know what Ramatut's gonna do. We play it out. All I saw was Bastion activate. He also got Hitmonkey, which did nothing, and Stegron, which did nothing. What did we get? Silver Surfer, Hitmonkey, and Alliance. All did absolutely nothing. Let's do some more Ramatut. The Cannonball for sure. Definitely know he was Cannonball. Crystal and Polaris. That just gets a hammer. And all I can play is one card. I mean, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to just let chaos reign. We'll do it. It's only 2 cubes. Well, that's interesting. Well, that didn't work out so well for us. Well, that's what we call embracing the chaos. What ability did he even copy? Surge? Oh, it's Impact from. Maybe because of the meta, this deck isn't gonna work so well. If people are gonna play a lot of Mobius, it's gonna be problematic. Alright, come on. Top deck that Zabu. Oh, that would be huge if I could get Zabu, but not looking good at the moment. I think we Nick Fury into Kahori, maybe?
Victory.
Okay. I'll take it. You know, the one 4 cost that I didn't put in this deck that's in the other version I have of this deck is Shang. And that feels like the most obvious. Like, I should put Shang in the deck.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Look at all those 4s. Yikes, that's a lot of 4s. Oh, wow. Alright. Long it is.
Are ye
We
worthy?
are the future.
He got Juggernaut. On the turn, I played Wong down there. Come on, man.
You are mine.
Seriously, get something that deactivate it. Red Guardian. I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, I knew this wasn't going to be a good deck, but holy cow. The way that RNG is hosing me, yeah. And then, of course, the game gives us a bot to be generous because we lost like 4 in a row. Doesn't put human forecast on Spider Island or Vulture. Oh, it's too funny. Oh, hang on. I mean, I don't want the bot to retreat. I want the bot to snap back. But they don't do that often in the 80s, even when you throw priority like this. Gwenpool's great for this too. In my other build for this, I should have just duplicated it and swapped out a card for Strife. Because this version is fresh. Alright, come on, bot. You seriously not gonna snap? Oh, I can't play it there. Seriously? Oh, bot.
I still believe in heroes. Victory!
Give me that Zabu back. There we go. Oh, we're playing against just a Whittle baby. I mean, we might as well finish it up and just... truly get free 4-drops. Yeah. All right. One last game, then I gotta call it quits for the night. It's almost 9 o'clock my time. Definitely my time to wind down. I will jump into someone else's stream if you want to keep earning your Twitch drops. I will make sure I jump into someone else who is streaming Marvel Snap so that you can keep building up in order to get there. Wish I could do a longer stream for that, but it just doesn't work well with my schedule. I could have done Kahori, but I only got a couple cards on the board, so let's see what Ramatut does instead. Oh, that's lovely. Thanks for that.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, what if I would if I were you too. Hmm. We do Nick Fury into Kahori.
Squad still a little light.
Did I play Strife at all with this? I don't think I played Strife at all with this deck, so it didn't even really, wasn't even a factor. Nope, wouldn't do it. That won't do it. All right, we're dead, and we're done.
Escaped.
Okay, not a good deck. If you check back, and I'm still trying to climb to infinite, if I don't get there before the next time I stream, I will likely be running this deck just because this is the Strife deck, folks. This Strife deck is better than any of the other decks I've played today. I did have some fun with this Techno-Organic Virus one, but it's not good. And then this one for Wolverine was some decent fun. Again, Wolverine was like definitely the 12th card. Definitely not a card that needed to be in this deck. Easily replaceable, but still was fun. This version worked, but not as well as the Surfer version did. Anyways, so those are the three that I'm gonna be playing around with some more with these new cards. This one in particular, I think, is definitely the strongest of the three of the what am I saying, of the 7 decks I built so for today. So that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for stopping by the Blot Spot. I appreciate it. You take care of yourselves, Like I said, I will jump into someone else's stream who is also playing Marvel Snap, so you can keep grabbing those Twitch drops, okay? Thanks. Have a good day.